Good morning, it's Monday and I'm Nancy Joy, back here with you. And today's topic on chaos, I was finishing a book, and at the very end of the book, this was kind of the sum up of a whole lifetime for this man. And it was very poignant and it stuck with me. I've talked about chaos before on Reflections, but I'd like to address it in maybe a little bit of a different way. On our trip to Peru recently, we formed a group heart, and in that we encountered all around us different chaotic events, changes in itinerary, as I mentioned, strikers burning bridges, demonstrations. And through it all, emotionally on our own and as a group, we had to come into that center where what we were there to do and who we were and who we are and what we're manifesting in ourselves became the focus. And actually, the swirling all around us pushed us into that center, into that place where we discovered more deeply ourselves, as well as activation of the integration grid, which we had come to the Andes to do. So as I thought about this, I thought about all the chaos going around in the world right now, fear of the financial and economic system, fear of collapse, a new change of government. People are excited, but it's a chaotic time. Who's going to do what? What's going to happen? And then in friends around me, when I came home from this trip, I found lots of chaos around me through my friends. One friend, dear friend, discovered she had bone cancer while I was gone and had already had surgery and was in treatment by the time I got home. Kind of a shocking thing. It was chaotic. And as I talked to her, she explained what she went through and all the chaos until it began to shift into something she could grasp and understand. Right as I left, like one day, 2 days before I left, my very dear friend who has her horse here with me at El Shaddai, had an accident at the barn, and the top of one of her fingers was severed. Wow. Everything went into chaos. The pain, the family, what to do, all the things. She's one of these very active people who takes care of everything for everybody, and suddenly she couldn't. Well, in talking to her, where she's gradually getting is into that still place where she's discovering so much more about her. There is that birth going on. So this Monday morning, as we look around our world, as we look inside ourselves personally, identify the place in your life that seems chaotic, that seems like you have no control over it. Well, that's the lesson, isn't it? You, your ego, have no control over it. If there's something to do, it'll be right in front of your face, and you'll know to take the step, and it'll be a flow. It'll feel right. Everything will fall into place. It might take courage, but it'll be right there in front of you. If there's nothing to do but find your center in the chaos, then that's the hardest journey of all, because that involves patience. One time I had my very first group I ever did in the Yucatan, and the third day there, a Category 3 hurricane hit where we were staying dead on hit. And I remember to this day that of all the chaos and the wind and the roofs falling apart and the trees coming down and the things slamming and glass breaking, I remember we were in a shelter and we sat in meditation and found in that place our center. Then as the eye of the hurricane came over, they let us out of the shelter for a time, and we actually stood as a circle in the eye of the hurricane, knowing that all the chaos was going to return, but feeling so empowered, like there was a tremendous transformation. Even looking out at the destruction, we could see the shift and the change going on. So as you identify this place in your life that feels out of control and chaotic, go into the center, become the eye of your hurricane, find that knowing, and you'll know where to step next. Okay, that's it. Have a great week, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again next Monday.